Welcome back to the little craft cave. Today I'm going to be doing my final part of the 10 projects 1 kit using the June Love from Lizzie kit. So I've taken some embossing ink and I have used the stunning stamps provided in the kit, and I'm using this as a background for my first layout. I've then taken some Wow opaque embossing powder and sprinkling this on. I'm then going to take my heat tool to heat this to form a layer so I can distress ink to form a background for my first layout. So the first distress ink I'm going to use is Shaded Lilac. I'm then going to use some Spun Sugar and some Mermaid Lagoon, and I'm just taking these and adding them in various places over my card just to add a beautiful colour and layout. And as you can see, the embossing that I've did is really starting to pop now. These stamps are absolutely gorgeous and they've come up really nicely, and I absolutely love this effect. I am sadly no expert on ink blending, so that is something I definitely need to work on. But for what I needed it to do, I was really happy with the outcome, and I absolutely loved the shades that this is given, and I love how they work really nicely together, and it's a beautiful celebratory colour. So I'm just randomly spreading these throughout the card, just sort of shading as I go, sort of trying to mix the colours in. I'm taking the Blue Lagoon just to add a bit of dimension to this and to break up some of the colours and do a little bit of extra shading. Now, I absolutely love the Tim Holtz Distress inks, and it's something I'm trying to work at the moment, so quite a few of my videos at the moment feature this. And as you can see, the Love from Lizzie stamps really steal the show here. They just pop out beautifully, and I was just really happy with that. I've then taken this lovely photo from my wedding of my best friend, her husband-to-be, and my husband, and I'm backing this on the gorgeous cardstock provided in the Love from Lizzie kit. The paper in this was just beautiful. Before then, I'm taking a Simon Says stamp die, kindly given to me by Crafty Not Shifty, and I've used this load, so thank you very much. I'm then taking some washi tape to keep it down, and I take all the different sizes to cut out different pieces of this, and I'm going to use it for layering. I've then taken some cardstock from my stash. I'm just measuring the outline here so I know sort of what kind of border to leave for this. I'm using my T-square ruler, which needs to be in every single person's craft kit. I absolutely love this ruler, and it's one of my craft essentials. I'm just taking my Fiskus trimmer and I'm trimming this paper down so it's got a nice border for the photo. I then take some of the Lilac Tim Holtz Distress ink, and I'm just using this all over the paper just so it matches the banners that I'm going to be layering on the scrapbook layout. Now, my friend gets married in August, and I am doing a few scrapbook layouts for her wedding, so this is one of them. There we go, so I'll pop that onto there, and I'm just taking my trimmer again and trimming the end off just to make sure it's straight. I then take some double-sided foam just to give this a little bit of extra layering, and I'm going to peel that off and pop this onto the side of the scrapbook paper. I'm then going to use the banners that I cut out using the Simon Says stamp and some foam tape and layer these throughout the layout. I'm just taking some double-sided foam there, trimming it off. And I absolutely love how this works on here. I was really happy with how the distress blending turned out. And it's nice and fitting because it's got fireworks and celebrations, and I'm just popping that underneath there. I then take another banner and do the same thing near the top, again using the foam tape. And I put that over the top there. And what's really nice is even though I've cut them, you don't lose this effect from it. I've added the celebration banner there, and then I've taken one of the bunting banners, and I'm again putting some foam tape on, and I put that at the top of the card at an angle. I'm then taking one of the little ones and I pop that at the bottom, so it's got some really nice layers on there, and it's got lots of celebrates on. I then have taken some distress ink on a piece of scrap paper, and I'm using one of my stamps from my stash, and it says thanks for being my friend, and I'm using this of course to go on the layout. So I'm using another one, and it says life is sweeter with good friends. And I've added a sequin from my stash and I've popped this on there, and I've stamped it using the scraps from these, and I think it just looks really nice, and it just kind of leaves it coordinating with the rest of the paper. So I'm going to pop that at the edge. I then take the card stock that I stamped earlier with "Thanks for being my friend," and I fuss around with where I'm going to pop it, and then eventually I put it through the fireworks, and I pop this on using some double-sided sticky tape, some double-sided foam squares, and I've got a little trick here if you want to do a lot of them. If you just peel them off directly onto the card. I then take some of the crystal Nudo drops and I pop a few of these on here just to add a little bit of interest to the scrapbook layout. And that is scrapbook layout 1 done. I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I think it just looks absolutely beautiful. On to layout 2, I've taken one of the Polaroids from the From Lizzie kit, and I'm going to make a shaker card with it. So I take some acetate, so I cut this out. I then take some double-sided tape to make sure that the Polaroid is sticky. And I love this thin tape, it makes life a lot easier. So I'm going to stick the acetate directly to this. I absolutely love this photo of me and my friend. It was one of the first photos taken of us when we became friends 11 years ago now. So I'm now taking some double-sided foam tape and I'm trimming it in half so it's got a thinner bit, and I'm going to put around these to the edges of the photo frame, and this is what's going to give the definition for the shaker. I then take my non-static bag to make sure that nothing sticks to the actual picture. I then take some of the sequin supplied in the kit and sprinkle this directly onto the photo. I'm then going to stick the Polaroid frame directly onto the photo to make the shaker frame. There we go, and there you have your shaker frame. I think this looks so adorable, and it's a really nice interest. It's something a little bit different on a scrapbook. I've then taken some of the gorgeous paper from the Love from Lizzie kit, and I've taken another photo of me and my best friend Amy, and this is from my hen do. So I'm just popping this up with some double-sided tape onto the chevron paper. And I'm just going to stick this down, and then I'm going to trim it around the edges. I have taken this gorgeous pink paper from my stash, and I'm going to stick the photos down the front of this layout. Again, just using some tape to make sure that that sticks on nicely. There you go, you can see the card shaking nicely there. I then remove the sticky tape and stick this down the middle of the card. There we go, and I do that at a slight angle, and again you can see the shaker element to it. I then take the gorgeous stars that were provided in the kit and I stick them down with some multimedia matte glue. I absolutely love this kit, and it was fantastic. And what I love about Liz's kit, whilst it is a card kit, I always find, because I do the 10 projects one kit video, there is so much versatility and there's so much you can do with this kit. I'm then taking some more of the distress inks and I'm going to distress this piece of cardstock here so I can print some sentiments on it to go onto the stars. So I've taken some spun sugar. I'm then taking my We Are Emmy Keepers precision press and I'm popping the piece of paper down with a little bit of washi tape. And there we go, and I'm just popping my stamp on there. And it says everything is better with a friend. And then I've done the same using some of the blue ink and I've stuck down friends. Then I'm using some masking to cover up part of the stamp because I just want the amazing part of it. Then you can just stamp directly onto the other part of the stamp and you only get the impression of the actual stamp that you want, which is great. So you can sort of mix and match your stamps together to get the exact phrases, sentiments and sizes you want. So I've just inked this up with a Memento ink and I'm going to pop this down and it says Amazing Friends. I then take my Simon Says stamp, banner die and cut this out just to give it a line clean finish. I absolutely love the stitching on these. I'm just patting down my second star. I then take the sentiments and stick them down on top of the stars. First the pink one and then the blue one. And I do the second one, the Amazing Friends banner one, with a bit of double-sided frame just to make it stand out a little bit. Some of the adorable bows that were provided in the kit just to outline these stars. So I take some of the multimedia matte glue to stick those down to the edges. And these are beautiful silk little bows. And they came in 2 different colours, so I've used some of the lighter ones, and I think it just finished off the stars nicely. And again, I was really happy with this layout. I think it's just nice and clean, and there was so much in the kit that was so easily used for this. I've still got absolutely loads of the kits left, so I will be doing it with other projects. I'm just taking my acrylic block here and popping that down just to sort of set it and add a little bit of pressure to make sure it dries. I then take some of the clear Nuvo crystal drops that was in a previous kit, and I use this to pop a little bit of detailing on the bottom of the Polaroid frame, almost to give it a border. And I absolutely love the Nuvo drops. It's one of my favourite things in the Love from Lizzie kits. And then I take some of the blue ones that were in this month's kit and add a little bit of detail to both the Polaroid and the banners just to finish off this layout. I then take some more Winkle of Stella and rub this over the sentiments just to add a little bit of extra sparkle, and then I do it around all the sides of the Polaroid frame. And that is planner layout number 2 done. Like I said, I'm so happy with how these both turned out. And I love the fact that I got to use lots of the stuff provided in the Love from Lizzie kit. So here I'm just showing you a close-up of the 2 of them. And like I said, these were really easy to make. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you tune in next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!